Hey Creation Addict kids, I am so excited that you're joining us today. Guess what? I'm here with the Big House kids and we are going to bring you a Bible story from the book of Joshua. So if you have your Bibles, open them up to Joshua 6. We're going to be learning about when Joshua and the Israelites marched around Jericho and something amazing happened. Get ready to follow along in our Bibles. Here we go. All right, guys, are you ready to meet our characters in this awesome, exciting story? Our first character is none other than Joshua. Joshua was big and strong and brave, and God chose him to be the leader of the Israelites after Moses had died. After Joshua is our army. The military, the people with the swords and the awesome hats, they were there to help fight the people in Jericho. After the army is the priest. Our priest walked behind the army with horns, and they would blow them hard as they were going into battle. And last but not least were the people that were carrying the Ark of the Covenant. And the Ark was where actually God's presence lived. I'm sure it was much, much bigger than this. Now, the gates of Jericho were securely barred because of the Israelites. No one went in and no one came out. Do you see those little heads? They can't even get out. The city of Jericho was safe behind it. Then the Lord said to Joshua,
"See, I have delivered Jericho into your hands, along with its king and its fighting men. March around the city once with all the armed men. Do this for 6 days. Have 7 priests carry trumpets of ram's horns in the front of the ark. On the 7th day, march around the city 7 times with the priests blowing the trumpets. When you hear them sound a long blast on the trumpets, have the whole army give a loud shout. Then the wall of the city will collapse and the army will go up, everyone straight in."
So Joshua, son of Nun, called the priest and said to them, "Take up the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord and have 7 priests carry trumpets in front of it." And he ordered the army, "Advance, march around the city with an armed guard going ahead of the Ark of the Lord."
Come on, guys, let's go.
When Joshua had spoken to the people, 7 priests carrying the 7 trumpets before the Lord went forward, blowing their trumpets. And the Ark of the Lord's covenant followed them. The armed guard marched ahead of the priests who blew the trumpets, and the rear guard followed the ark. All this time the trumpets were sounding. Wait! We forgot something! Joshua had commanded the army, "Do not give a war cry. Do not raise your voices. Do not say a word until the day I tell you to shout. Then shout."
Be very quiet.
And then the army returned to the camp and spent the night there. Joshua got up early the next morning, and the priests took up the Ark of the Lord. The 7 priests carrying the 7 trumpets went forward, marching before the Ark of the Lord, blowing their trumpets. The armed men went ahead of them in the rear, following the guard, following the Lord, while the trumpets kept sounding. So on the 2nd day, they marched around the city once and returned to camp. For 4 more days. They walked 1 time around Jericho with their horns blaring, but no one making any other noise at all. 1 lap around Jericho for day 3, day 4, day 5, and day 6. On the 7th day, they got up at daybreak and marched around the city 7 times in the same manner, except on that day, they circled the city 7 times. The 7th time around, when the priest sounded the trumpet blast, Joshua commanded the army, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city."
Shout! For the Lord has given you this city.
When the trumpet sounded, the army shouted in the sound of the trumpet. When the men gave a loud shout, the wall collapsed down, so everyone charged straight in and they took the city. Hey Christ United kids, I hope that you love the story of Joshua. We had a great time doing it for you. This is what I need you to do next. I need you to get somebody's phone, go to the Christ United app, find C Group Central, and find the Family C Group Guide. You guys need to sit down with your mom and your dad and your brothers and sisters, and it gives you a guide to talk about the story of Joshua. Talk about what you've learned, what you liked about it, what God is teaching us right now through the story of Joshua. Make sure you send me a selfie of your family doing C Group time, and I might even have a fun prize for you. Can't wait to see all the selfies.